I guess it was in the first couple of years of our marriage that I really started to notice things. Yeah, it was small things at first. Like when he'd put his socks on after his shoes. Yeah, I thought he was a bit eccentric, harmless enough. Yeah, sometimes at breakfast he'd be a bit odd.
This was the first, and indeed the only case of its sort that I had ever come across. It is possible that it's genetic in origin, although it has been posited by others that in fact it is a subliminal response to the apparent linear nature of life itself. Maybe it's faulty toilet training.
But after a while, it just really started getting out of hand. I mean, take the walking, for instance.
Reversism is the diagnostic term for this condition. It usually presents later in life. There are a number of symptoms, all of which involve doing things in reverse order. And obviously, this affects the individual's ability to engage successfully in social situations.
Hey, I got a good one, right, okay. So the barman says, "Why the long face?" and a horse walks into the bar.
Yeah, well, for me, I can only see the benefits. I mean, the world is so locked into this forwardist attitude to life.
Well, for example, I always read the last page of a book first, and in that way I can see if I want to read the book in the first place. I mean, it saves me a hell of a lot of time.
Everybody knew that.
Jesus Christ was a reversist, okay? It's in the scriptures. The last shall be first, and the first shall be last. You see, where you see a negative, I see a positive. There is always a solution.
Oh yes, they're very optimistic. This is a trait that often accompanies this syndrome.
My favourite. Look at that. Yeah, loved it in Sydney.
They believe they have great insight into the human condition, and they get very excited up to a point in which they break out into passages of reverse speak.
Well, it was actually staring me right in the mirror. I mean, I realised that I could help people in real need because, well, I mean, I have a gift. Lovely! Lovely! Stop! Stop! And with a gift comes a responsibility. You can breathe through that fear, all right? But always remember the golden rule, and that is that you and the mirror are one. And in this case, it was to show people the importance of actualising backward behaviour.
Well, it was affecting my life and my family and basically my whole self-esteem. But he showed me the way backwards.
I thought maybe it was me, or because I was female that I couldn't do it. But he showed me how to think and reverse at the same time.
This is just the beginning, or as I say, the end. You know, I have taught people to drive in reverse. I can teach them to think in reverse and ultimately live their lives in reverse. So in fact, they're working towards a new birth, if you will, rather than a death. Well, it's a message I want to take to a much wider audience. And I'm going to do that with my new book and my new DVD, which is Do It Anyway and Then Feel the Fear. And really, I guess the guiding principle behind that is that forwardists always see a problem and then go searching for a solution, whereas a reversist sees a solution before the problem.
And that's what I'm talking about.